Hey everybody, welcome back to Superman Crypto, your host Superman in the house. And of course, we're going to focus on the Zen ecosystem. It pumped overnight, Zen on ETH and Zen on BNB. It pumped pretty hard. We're going to get into all that. We're going to get into Fenix as well, a couple of days into that. So we're going to talk about that. Crypto market is up as well, so that's kind of neat. We've got the Fed Reserve coming out within the next 15 hours or something. Hopefully we'll get the terminal rate. So lots of stuff in store. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Now, I've got other videos coming up soon on other topics, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and enjoy. All right, let's get into it. Let's bring in the latest and greatest. And, of course, we're going to jump into the first topic. We're going to get into Fenix. And, of course, here with Joe Blau, the creator and founder of Fenix. Of course, this is launched on Polygon so far, and that's been pretty exciting so far, I think. Yesterday we had the Zen Pub, of course, I talked about that, has released the Fenix dashboard on Polygon, so you can get all your data that you want to look at on that Zen.pub at the index Fenix. So we're going to look at that in a second. So that was super, super bullish, right? So very, very cool. So definitely check that out if you're participating in that. And obviously, as Fenix is going to be launching on Ethereum coming up on the 13th, and we've seen a nice little run up overnight of the Ethereum price, Zen on Ethereum. So let's get into the dashboard for Fenix. At the moment, there are 341 million Fenix in existence. Remember, you burn 10,000 Zen for one Fenix, and a copy goes into the reward pool. You can see the reward pool at the moment is up at 535 million Fenix there, looking pretty good. The share rate's still at 1 EM. So let's jump over to the reward page. That's on the dashboard. At the reward page, we can see we've got this cooldown period. So any user can flush the reward once the cooldown has elapsed. And that reward, first one, is going to be within 3 weeks. And then you've got the 13-week reward pool after that. So it gets flushed. So lots of reward cycles that people are chasing down. So there are 17 days and 15 hours till that happens. So we could get a nice little interesting run up into that. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to the mXen price. But that is pretty much it. Pretty easy, of course. You burn mXen. You get some mXen, approve the Fenix contract to get your mXen. And then, of course, burn your mXen. Pretty cool. And then, of course, you can start your stake, and then you can view your active stakes. Once your stakes are matured, you can defer them or end them. And, of course, that's the way to go. So a lot of people getting excited about that 3-week cooldown. But it's not far to go now, 17 days and 15 hours. So we're going to be watching that now. Remember, Joe Blau did say just that people can ease in over that 3 weeks. There's no big rush in there. So that's the other side of it. So cool. We'll see how that goes. So look how Fenix is gone. Now, I know quite a few people complaining about the Fenix liquidity and price, and the liquidity is, still relatively small at the moment. Obviously, as the price goes up, it will probably attract more liquidity, but it's at 33,000. But the price has managed to rebound a little bit there, so hopefully some of you are happy about that. And it's gone a bit down from all the way down from 3 zeros, 5,600 to 3 zeros, 9,000. So not almost going about the drop of zero, right? So it's almost about to get into the tenth of a penny, as it were. So not far away from that. That's up here. So we'll see how it goes at the moment. So up 40% over the 24 hours. Hopefully that's made some of you a bit who are unhappy about that a bit better. And that's good to see. 147 buyers over 165 sells. But the volume has been, let's see, 48% here. But the price is definitely up 40% there. So kind of cool. Still low volume though. We'll see. Watch this over the next few days. See how many days this is up on the chart. You can see it's only pretty brand new. What's that, 4 days or so? Back on the 29th of April. So just starting to build some momentum here at the moment. There's some people are trying to understand it as well, but hopefully they do that. All right. The light paper, I did a read through that the other day. Check that out. So let's jump into the Zen Pub dashboard. Obviously, Joseph here has provided a lot of updates. Joseph with the Zen Pub. And of course, based on early data, 14 hours ago, this was posted based on early data. Most Fenix users on Polygon opt for long-term staking. So it's pretty cool. He's got a little snapshot of that. 3 years, 45 days. So a lot of people are playing that long-term strategy to get more of the reward pools. That's the idea at the lower share rate. So that's kind of the play there. Based on early data, most Fenix users on Polygon opt for lower-term staking. Since Fenix Genesis, the average staking length is 3 to 4 years. Would it be beneficial to have this data point added as a chart to the Fenix stats page? Probably. So that was kind of cool. I'll retweet that. So that's kind of cool. Another cool thing about ZenPub generally, and we're going to get that, is this. But before we do that, let's get into the Fenix dashboard here on ZenPub. And we can see that 5.3 1.55, so almost 5.4 trillion in mXen has been burned so far, over $500,000. 2,416 unique mints, which is a good number out of the gate there. So that's pretty cool. What else we got there? Equity pool total shares. Looks like we finally hit 1 billion equity pool shares now, which is a big deal there too. So very, very cool. 341 million equity pool shares there and 535 million in the reward pool. Total supply is currently 208 million mFenix. Very cool. mXen burn is for today in the last 24 hours is 371 billion mXen has been burned so far. So what's that? Just under 4/10. What's that? 4/10 of a trillion is what it is. 185 mints in there last 24 hours. Gives you a good idea of some of the supply numbers there going on there. So kind of cool. Early days. You can see the mXen burn chart there. So definitely start off pretty big, that 4 trillion, just tapering off. But we'll see whether this loops around and goes back up there. Staking as well. It's looking pretty good. People are staking. It's a staking curve. We had mFenix there, 214 million mFenix, then 73, then 33 million. And then currently on today, 819 so far. That is kind of it. And the participants there start off pretty big number, just slowly moving down. We're watching those numbers pretty carefully. And the staking there, you can see the staking ticking away there as well. 100-day term, kind of cool. We've got these longer terms here. These are people that are staking and how long that they're actually staking for. 516 days for this particular mFenix amount, 612 mFenix there. So pretty interesting numbers. This big candle, 100 days on this 14.4 million mFenix, 100 days on that one. So you can see the all-time burners and all-time stakers at the top here. Definitely check that out. Lots of cool details down the bottom. Last 1,000 burns and stakes. There's a check out that. Pretty cool. Let's go into the mXen price. mXen price at the moment is pumped as well. So obviously with all that burning, that's kind of helping and general excitement. We've got the price gone from 6,500 to almost 10,000 on mXen, and that's with 7 zeros. So maybe we'll lose a zero, go down to 6 zeros. That'd be pretty cool. Back in the 6 zeros land would be very nice. Up 42% as well. So looking good like Fenix with 590 buys, 57% of the buyers there. And of course, 105K volume, 55% of the volume. Liquidity, 120,000. So that's, it's 4 times more liquidity in mXen than there is in mFenix, but mFenix just started. So that's kind of cool. And up we go, hopefully. Up we go. So it's kind of cool on the numbers there. Let's get into some of, I'm going to push that back down later. We'll have a look at those. But let's have a look at the mXen. mXen's had a really nice run, 46% on mXen and on BNB chain, 343 trades, 51%, with the buy volume 54%, 36K, 34K liquidity. So still quite low liquidity too, similar to that mFenix. It's been around for a lot longer, but nice bounce back there too. So a lot of people will be happy about that, bouncing off a bottom there. Their portfolios will be looking better. Maybe less complaints on the comment section. Who knows? Let's get into ETH though. ETH had a really nice strong move. Honestly, ETH there, because obviously big run up. ETH had a nice strong move here. But where are we up to? So we've bounced off yesterday. We were down as low as 3,680 with 5 zeros. Now we got to a high of 5,640. A big day in the office there. And we're just coming back a little bit there from that 5,600 down to 4,900. A nice little uptrend. Maybe we'll get this green arrow in the Fenix launch. Maybe it might front run like the beginning, where it runs up to a couple of days ahead, and then there's a bit of a sell-off leading into Fenix. We've seen that pattern here on this, so just take that into account. Maybe it runs up to the 9th or 10th, and then a bit of a sell-off. We will see. Also, maybe we'll get a post run-up if Fenix does burn a lot of Zen, because we've got Zen NFTs, the DBZen, and of course a Fenix all burning. So we'll just take into account that. Now, I'm still expecting on the 20th of May, that is a tentative date for Zen Dodge, which has very good tokenomics with that 1,500% early bonus participation up to 15% of the supply issuance. So 20th does look like to be the preferred date at this stage. So pencil that in as a pencil, but not certain yet. Not confirmed is probably the best way to put it. It's a tentative date, 20th of May for Zen Dodge. That'll probably pop in here. So might just add that into the chart there. That'll be on the 20th, and we'll get confirmation of that. But that is kind of where we are at the moment. So kind of cool. All right, so I'll add in more details about that. But that's kind of where we are at the moment. So looking very bullish. We have four of these big mechanisms burning Zen. That's going to be pretty cool. 3 big ones and 1 small one with NFTs. Kind of cool. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Up 16%, 360 buys, 51%. The buy volume, 2.7 million of it, which is 54% of the buys, and 1.9 million liquidity. So pretty good day in the office there, all around for all the Zens there. Let's jump into some of the updates from, actually, I just missed a Jack Levin there. Let me post that in there. I actually took it off the, bam, let's paste that in. Jack Levin. Before we get to Jack Levin, let's bring up the Zen Turbo dashboard. I just realized I haven't pulled that up. Let's have a look at the supply numbers first before we get into all the news. Keeping mindful of the amount of time that I'm on. Let's have a look here. 9.242 trillion, so up again from yesterday in the ETH supply. 1.6 trillion staked, which is similar to yesterday, probably up slightly. So yeah, supply there. We've got new mints coming out, right? So this only goes up if we've got stakes coming in, or if we've got new mints coming in, and that's greater than the burn that's happening, right? That's when it goes up. So let's have a look at the actual numbers. So yeah, we talked about this on the first. We had a negative 88 billion. That was awesome. We want those kind of days, but we are up 75 today. So we had 11 billion Zen staked. So that was up slightly, like I said, but the burn pretty low, 20 billion. Not good enough, folks. But the price is ignoring that for the time being with Fenix coming up and crypto up a bit generally with the banking issues going on. But we had a 75 billion increase in the Zen liquid supply. You can see that added into the liquid supply there. Let's have a look at future mints coming out. Let's have a look at the next 7 days. And that is, we've got tomorrow about 70. I think we had 81 come out yesterday, I think it was. We've got 71 coming out on the 4th of May, then 71, and then 89 on the 6th. So this is the Friday. So Saturday is 89, which is not too bad for a weekend day. But the Sunday they're looking pretty big, 166 billion, and so on. But let's do the 30 days. So next week is actually pretty low. We've got 49 on Monday, 83 on Tuesday, 56 on Wednesday, 79 on Thursday, and 75 on Friday next week. And then, of course, the Saturday, 117. But the big ones here, 335. But the good thing is that Fenix is launching on this day. And it looks like that on this day here, just after these 2 big candles, we've got probably have Zen Dodge if all goes well, once confirmed. And, of course, that means that there's pretty low mints the rest of the time all the way through to July. So if we have those 3 big protocols burning, and that would be pretty neat, plus the Zen NFTs, could be pretty good. And who knows what else could launch in this time frame. So looking pretty good right up through into July there. All right, let's have a look at the new mints out today. How many people are minting with the high gas fees have been stupendously high, average in the last 24 hours in the 80s. We can see the Gwei is 72 at the moment. 11,800 people have somehow managed to mint. Maybe when we got down to that 49 Gwei for a little bit of period there yesterday, maybe that is when they did it. But yes, definitely slow down there. All right, let's jump into the news from Jack Levin. And of course, he's got a few things here, so we're going to go through some of these. What else there? Let's jump through that. He's got a few things here. Zen removes regulatory risk by being truly decentralized. And what else we got going on here? Eric Wall here. He's got a comment on this. If you don't know what's going on right now with the fee situation, it's probably because you don't know anything about Zen or BRC20. So they're using a lot of stuff there. They're both essentially doing the same thing. BRC20 is issuing tokens on Bitcoin in tiny batches via ordinal inscriptions. And of course, lots of different tickers. Zen is a specific ERC20 that's issued on ETH and other EVM chains. And of course, they're burning. So you can see some of his comments on that. All right, so that's from Eric Wall. Let's jump over to Full Throttle Zen here from Zen Zoo. And of course, the Gwei is going through the roof there. So pretty big deal. Let's jump over. Speaking of Zenzu, we're going to jump over to Joseph again. Now, Joseph did on his Zen Pub page, which has been super, super good. Visit his Zen Pub in the last 15 minutes. That was 14 hours ago, before most of America wakes up. Thrilled to see more users from Africa, Morocco, Senegal, Nigeria, Benin, Kenya, etc. on the map more often each day. Also finally spotted a Kiwi. So there's a Kiwi down there. Obviously, that's New Zealand. That's where I'm from. But we've got America there before they all wake up. We've got Europe. We've got a bit of Africa going there. A bit of Africa here, a bit of Latin America here, and Asia over here. And, of course, Australia, New Zealand down the bottom. They're all by them lonesome. So pretty cool that from Joseph. We've got some cool stuff happening there. Let me just minimize this a little bit on the upgrade there. We've got the burn stats now included on the Fenix burn, which is cool. That is now included on the total burn there on Polygon dashboard. So we'll probably go quickly check that. Let's do that while we're here. Let me just find the Zen pub. We're going to go to the Zen burn. I think it's on that one. So we'll quick look to see whether it's showing up on the Polygon. I'm going to scroll down to Polygon. Have a quick look at this. Polygon here. It's got the mXen burn. Yeah, it does. Look at that. It's got Fenix burn, Zen burn, and DBZen. So we've got the 3 protocols. And of course, we've got we'll eventually have Zen Dodge coming up there too. And so that's pretty cool. So the burn pretty cool. What do we have? The cumulative burn from all 3 protocols, 22.6. What's that? 22.6 trillion Zen burned on those chains, which is pretty cool. Cumulative with 7.8 through the NFTs, DBZen 9.4, and Fenix already 5.3. So Fenix already jumping up. You can see the green there jumping up last couple of days. So awesome stuff. And the black is the total line moving up. Pretty bullish, folks. And liquid supply has gone down since Fenix launched from 34.8 trillion. It's gone down to 30.8. So 4 trillion wiped off. That's good news. So that bodes well. Very, very cool. So that's kind of neat. What else we got going there? That is pretty much it. Let's jump into Sensu. Sensu says, I'm waiting for my Zen night. This is from Zen Artist to come to my home there as the whole day passes. But BRC20 on Bitcoin ordinals is on fire now. The transaction fee is crazy. And, of course, he's got his ordinal coming in. That's his one there. We looked at one yesterday from Crypto Bra. This is another one here from Demerge. Very happy with my X ordinal Zen night. Thanks to all that make this possible. So he's got his one. Looks pretty cool. So that's pretty neat there. Retweets that as well. What else there? That's pretty much it. So I think, no, not quite. We've got, no, we've covered those ones. And that's it. So let's jump into the final update here. Zen Dodge. Zen Dodge is on the way. This is the next big protocol with the 1500% bonus, early bonus for up to 15% of supply. It's going to be interesting to see this big burner. You won't have to worry about getting blacklisted or rugged. Let's make Fair Crypto the standard there. Pretty cool. Talking about DCAing and the PP there. It's pretty risky. Yeah, pretty risky with the fire. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Catch you on the next one. Take care. Look forward to your comments. Bye for now.